Thanks for checking out another episode of Full Retard by Mentally Damaged. Today we have more choosing beggars, so let's get to it. First, we have my petty actions to a choosing beggar for breakfast. This happened to me this morning. There's a coffee shop next to where I work and I usually grab a sandwich and a hot chocolate for breakfast there. I love their chocolate BC, it has the perfect amount of milk and sweet, but today I found out there's a new recipe that's basically flavored water. I came out of the coffee shop and at the other side of the street was a homeless man with a sign asking for money. So I went over there and offered the hot chocolate. Mind, I didn't taste it. I found out about the new recipe BC, it looked watery, and asked the cashier, "And what does this guy do?" Well, he started instructing me about how you're not supposed to give food to him but money, as he hates it when people force him to eat things he's not feeling like eating at that moment, then demands for me to give him in cash the price of the hot chocolate. My petty ass looked him dead in the eyes and just poured the hot chocolate into a bin close to where he was. This man went apeshit, telling me how I'm an entitled brat that doesn't give a fuck about the less fortunate that are starving in the streets. After that, I just entered my building and left him yelling like a crazy person. Up next, bad magician gets pissed because my BF doesn't have any money. So I'm at the Fringe Festival in Scotland RN and there are many talented people on the streets. Also, in the evening, almost every bar, club hosts shows and there are always people handing out flyers or show off a little part of the show, sing or make balloon animals, etc. And we decided to go see one. We went to the Bad Clowns cult classic show. If anyone's at the Fringe too and wants to see a really good comedy show, after it was done I was in a real good mood and my BF and I wanted to go to a pub to have a drink or two, and suddenly appears Bad Magician BM. I thought he wanted to advertise a show, and so we stood there and watched as he performed a really old card trick I have seen many times before. After he was done, I clapped for him and asked him where his show was. He replied there was no show and that was the only trick he knew. He also asked me for a little tip. I told him that I only have a few pence left and he could have those if he wanted, and he was super friendly and told me it would be fine either way. I got out my purse and searched for some coins. By the way, I still had some euros and the €1 coins look a little like £1 coins at first glance, and handed BM about 50p. He then looked at my BF and asked him if he had any more money. My BF had exactly £8 of change in his wallet and we needed those for the bus, so I started to panic as he pulled out his wallet. I laid my hand on his arm to stop him and told BM that he doesn't have any pounds in his wallet, only euros, and my BF immediately put his wallet back. BM drops his friendly smile and starts cursing at us how we definitely had more money and we were holes for not giving him more money for his work as he deserved payment for his skills. My BF pulled me away before I could explode at this dude and I was so furious I started crying a little. I'm super sensitive to confrontation. After that we walked around to calm down, went to a restaurant, got some mussels, and now we're in the BNB. Just needed to vent a little because people like that make me so angry. Up next, Neighbour decides not to pay what was agreed. Obligatory. I'm on mobile. Born and live in the UK, so no excuse for bad English. Lol. Before I start, I need to clear something up. Neighbours are a 3-person family with both parents working. My family are a 4-person family with no contact to dad and mum, me, sis and bro not working. So last year, my neighbor's mum, dad and son decided that we needed a new fence between our properties as the hedge did not stop my Newfoundland dogs from escaping into the back garden and, in turn, the road in front of the houses and the river nearby. So we agreed that they would pay £500 into the new fancy fence. Something like that. I don't know why it was so expensive, and we would pay £450 and collect the fence to pay for the total £950 cost of the fence. The problem started halfway when they said they were short on money and would pay soon. We had half built it and were still waiting with it in the same condition it was in last year. Eventually, we got £200 from them. They claimed they couldn't afford any more. So now we were still short £350. Then, the mum claimed she liked the old hedge too much to get rid of it. Suddenly, they hated the concept of a fence. So now, after many small payments, we have half a hedge, half a fence in between us, and the hedge is blocked off with metal grate stuck into the ground. So, a bit anticlimactic and boring and short, but still. Edit for clarity, they expected us to foot the bill for the rest of the fence despite us being a full family on child support, the dole and other things thanks to medical conditions. Edit 2, we aren't poorer than dirt, we have got some money, it's just that the neighbors have lots more money. TLDR, neighbors want fence, refuse to pay halfway through, suddenly hate fence and leave both gardens looking patchworky and a bit of a mess. That's it for today's episode. Thanks for tuning in. Remember to like us on Facebook. Our first contest will be at 500 likes. Support us at the link in the description. If you have comments, email us at opinions@mentallyDamaged.com, and if you're on YouTube, don't forget to subscribe and hit that bell icon to get all of our latest episodes.